Ladies and gentlemen, the more I look around the crypto space right now, the more I realize just how gravely confused a lot of people are here, especially considering the recent bounce we've seen in the last 24 hours. People are absolutely lost. They're thinking, what the hell just happened? Why did Bitcoin crash down? Why are altcoins wrecked? What's going on now? Is everything safe again? Can I buy again? All these questions are coming up. Well, I'm here to shed some light on the topic. I'm going to look in depth at some indicators people aren't watching right now. Yes, we have bounced upwards here. And I will show you the fact that, yes, that is a good thing, especially after a liquidation event like we saw yesterday. That generally does signify bottoms. But we are actually, again, I know it seems like it's never ending, at a very major place for Bitcoin. We are at the 50 simple moving average, which is offering sharp resistance, and we are at the point of control on the volume profile, signifying some of the strongest resistance in the entire last 2 months of price action. This intensity is not quite dying down yet. Don't go to sleep, don't go to hibernation. You probably need to see this. We'll look into Ethereum, we'll look into the total cryptocurrency market cap, we'll look into the DXY, we'll look into the S&P 500. We'll do it all, and we'll do it all in probably under 12 minutes. Let's get into it, guys. Bitunix and BitGet. Guys, you're paying money to exchanges in fees, and you're trusting them to keep your money safe. Don't go with a bad exchange. Go with a decent exchange. I've handpicked these ones. There's no ulterior motive here. They did not pay me anything to speak about them. I literally chose them myself and I used them myself. The only thing I have is an affiliate link. And with that affiliate link, you can sign up to these exchanges. Okay, it takes 30 seconds and you'll get a 15% trading fee discount for life on every single buy and sell that you make on those exchanges. So Bitunix is global, non-KYC, never been hacked before, and BitGet is in the top 5 trading volume. It's global minus the USA. So check those out depending on your location, depending on what you're looking for. The links are down below. It helps me out tremendously and it helps you out by getting on a good exchange. So let's get into the content without further ado. Let's start by looking into this yellow line here. You've probably seen it by now, especially if you've watched my channel. If you haven't watched my channel, maybe you haven't. It stems back from the 2021 bull market, touching the 2 separate peaks in 2021, one at 64,000 and one at 69,000, and it cuts right through the price action, and you can see it has been a foundational support zone. People have been looking at horizontal lines. They've been looking at random indicators. We've been looking at this level the whole time, and it's very clearly the definitive level for Bitcoin. It's acted as support throughout this entire price range. We dropped below it yesterday in a liquidation event. Now, in yesterday's video, I was very clear. I said, although we're seeing a breakdown, it wasn't a confirmed breakdown, and I hesitated to speak about negative implications too much because of the fact that the breakdown wasn't confirmed. I was right to do that because we didn't see a confirmed breakdown. There's no daily candle close. There was no, excessive price action below resistance. And as we can see, we've bounced right back up above this yellow support zone. So the breakdown wasn't confirmed, but I will say this, and this is where a lot of people are confused. Although there was no breakdown, right, in any real, lasting manner, there's also no break up here, and Bitcoin is still very much in a dangerous position. Okay, that's the simple truth. So yes, this yellow support line is still intact and Bitcoin is not in an active breakdown. We're still holding the same range. But I do really want to point your attention towards the 50 simple moving average, the red moving average on the screen here. I'll circle a couple of occasions where it's acted as a very major support and resistance zone. You can see where I'm circling right now, just over and over again, support and resistance, and even up until recent price action, support and resistance on occasion here. And now we are testing that level 4 resistance right now. We are yet to break upwards, which means we're not in a confirmed bullish move, which means Bitcoin is not out of danger. And you can see that very same 50 moving average there in red, supported or bolstered as resistance by the POC, the point of control, on the volume profile, meaning we are at very sharp short-term resistance at around this $97,000 region, and we're by no means out of the woods yet on Bitcoin. So don't go expecting the chart to skyrocket here just because we, avoided a correction there and avoided that excessive drop from yesterday. It's really not over yet. In order for Bitcoin to be in the clear, in my view, not only do we need to flip the POC and the 50 SMA at 97,000, that would be a very good step in the right direction, but we also need to, in my opinion, break a little bit higher than that. We need to break, in my view, 102,000, as that is very clearly the zone that we rejected from most recently on Bitcoin. That's also a level that acted as a basis for the pinnacle that led to an all-time high on Bitcoin. It's also the level that led to a breakdown after a resistance support flip in mid-December. So I've been speaking about 102,000 for what, weeks now, pretty much, ever since mid-December when we were rejected from that level as the level we need to break upwards for bullish continuation. And I stand by that. I do think that is still the major level on Bitcoin. Now, we do have some good news here. Although Bitcoin is not in the clear yet, we do need to break 102,000 to be in the clear. It's not actually in an active breakdown, which is the first part of the good news. But the second part of the good news is the structure looks okay, right? This could be a potential W formation, a rounding bottom structure, a double bottom structure, which could lead to a break in the neckline. That would be ideal. We also have a situation where, look, this is generally how bottoms are formed. We see kind of the range going on for a while. We see the rounding out. We see the threat of breaking down. And we see one big liquidation event and then we bottom out. I mean, that's happened time and time again. For example, it happened back here in August, the big liquidation event leading to the bottom and rounding out to the upside. Another example is back here in January 2024, okay, liquidation event at the bottom leading to a round out to the upside. If we go back to another bull market, for example, we can look at something like September 2021. With a rounding top, very similar to what we're seeing right now, looking like we're going to break down, looking like we're going to crash, with one big liquidation event and then rounding to the upside. So, the structure isn't bad by any means. It's actually quite good, historically speaking. But again, I really don't want to get your hopes up too high because the fact of the matter is this, right? All the things we discussed yesterday to do with the DXY, to do with the traditional markets and macroeconomy, all of the threats there are still around. They haven't changed. So we are actually not in an overly good position. And the reason being is because, we look at the DXY, for example. Let's just take an example here and look at the DXY. I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but I promise you I'll round it back. This will be relevant in a moment here. It's probably very important to understand this, by the way. The DXY, the US dollar index, is reverse correlated to Bitcoin. It's a very good representation of how the macroeconomy is going. And what we see is when the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. We can very clearly outline that by bringing the Bitcoin chart and layering it on top. So this in yellow is the Bitcoin chart. You can see when Bitcoin was in a bull market in 2017, the DXY was crashing. When Bitcoin was in a bear market, it was going up. When Bitcoin was in the 2021 bull market, the DXY was crashing. Same thing in the bear market. It was going upwards while Bitcoin was going downwards. When it topped out, Bitcoin marked its bottom. Okay, the reverse correlation is very well established. There's no doubt about it. So we need the DXY to go down, okay? That's when Bitcoin is basically allowed to be bullish by the macroeconomy. And right now it's going upwards, and this is a bit of a problem, okay? It needs to roll over. We need to see the Federal Reserve cut interest rates quickly. We need to see the Federal Reserve take a very, quantitative easing approach. We need to see them start printing again. This is going to send the US dollar downwards and hence send Bitcoin upwards. The problem is the DXY is going upwards, which is abnormal. We're not meant to see that at this part of the market cycle. So regardless of how okay Bitcoin might look from a structural perspective right now, the fact of the matter is, well, we haven't actually seen a break up yet. We're still in an uncomfortable position. We're still below 103,000. And the broader fact of the matter is, the DXY is still doing the bad thing we don't want it to do. So nothing's really changed here. We've just seen kind of, a big price movement to the upside. But overall, it's kind of just noise at this point. Like, nothing's really happened, actually. The price has moved, but nothing's broken. Nothing's changed. So the threat is very well still there. And we also see that from the S&P 500. S&P 500 in this channel formation, breaking down from the channel and seeing a resistance support flip at the moment from that channel formation. Now, right now, it's managed to hold on to the bull market support band. That is great news because the last time the S&P 500 held on to the bull market support band was September 2024. And on that occasion, we actually saw Bitcoin bottom out from an 8-month consolidation and double to all-time highs. So that's September 2024 there. That's when the S&P 500 bottomed out on the bull market support band. And that bottoming out led to Bitcoin skyrocketing. So obviously, the fact that it's holding onto that level right now is great, but it's actually not out of the woods at all. It needs to break above this channel again because right now we are at threat of doing a resistance support flip, crashing downwards, and we are at threat of Bitcoin rejecting from the POC, which we've discussed before, and crashing downwards again as well. So nothing's actually changed. It's like the threats are still there. Bitcoin is still in danger. It's looking slightly better than it did yesterday, but really, functionally, nothing's different here. Everything's still kind of the same. So we need to see more bullish price action. We need to see a little bit more here. We need to see Bitcoin jumping above, 98,000. Then we can start discussing the fact that Bitcoin is taking steps in the right direction. Until then, I really do see this as noise. So fingers crossed for Bitcoin, guys. Really, I mean it. We need to see Bitcoin doing a little bit more here. This is clearly not enough. Guys, I'll keep you updated on the situation. I'm not bearish, I'm macro bullish. I believe Bitcoin's in a bull market. I'm just saying what you need to know. So check out the exchanges once again, Bit2Nix and BitGet. Again, you're trusting them with your money, you're giving them money in fees, all this stuff with exchanges. You need a place to buy and sell cryptocurrency. You may as well do it in a good place, okay? Bit2Nix and BitGet, I handpicked them myself. I don't get paid by them to market this. All I get is an affiliate link, a referral link, which you can sign up using down below in the description and pin comment. Global non-KYC on Bit2Nix, everywhere but the USA on BitGet. Choose your links below and sign up. It takes 30 seconds. You also get that 15% trading fee discount exclusively with my referral link, so go ahead and do that. And what I'll tell you to do as well, one more thing, is if you're interested, the VIP group on Telegram. Okay, I post altcoin trading signals 4 times a week on VIP. They have a 78, let's see the exact number here, a 78.23% win rate over the course of 3 years. You can't go wrong. Check it out if you're interested. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon.